In this video, we will be modeling this cool looking facade design in Revit. Now, before we begin, if you find this video helpful, please consider supporting my work on Patreon. You will get access to this project file along with over 100 Revit project files and 18 hours of advanced Revit modeling tutorials. Now let's get started. So here I am in Revit, and as you can see, I have already created this basic building model. To save you time, if you want to follow along with this tutorial, you can get this file for free from cadneeds.com. The link will be in the description. Anyway, to create such frames facade design in Revit, we will be using in-place mass. So first, let's go to the top view, all level 1, and I am going to go to massing and site. And then first let's click this show mass button so we can see mass, and then click in place mass. Let's click OK, and here I'm going to create a rectangle around this. Okay, I think we should go to level 2 because there is a balcony around this building. So let's create a rectangle. Make sure draw on work plane is selected and choose level 2 here, placement plane. Then we can create a rectangle like this. Just hit escape a couple of times and let's align this rectangle with this floor like so. Now once that's done, let's use fillet arc, and I'm going to turn on radius and let's give 4 feet radius because the radius of this curve on this balcony is also 4 feet. So let's simply pick these corners to create a curve profile like this. Now let's go to 3D, and as you can see, we have our rectangle here. Now let's create a form using this profile, but instead of creating a whole block here, I'm going to select this line and then create form individually. So we'll get this thin form created here. Let's select that and just give it a height, or we can simply use this gizmo and just drag it to this railing here, or we can just increase it a little bit more. Let's make it 110 feet. Perfect. Now I will quickly repeat that with each of these lines. Let's hit the tab key to select the curve, create form, just pick the top edge, and then we can just simply drag it until here. Okay, I think we should just create this frames facade on these two sides only. So I think we can just delete these lines. If you want, you can create around the whole building. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to create on these two sides. Now let's select this line by pressing the tab key. And then I'm just going to drag it to level 0. As you can see, as I move this, it should snap level 0. Let's repeat that here as well. Just going to snap it here. Perfect. So we have created this mass form around these two sides. Now once that's done, we can create void. So first let's go to the front elevation, and I'm going to start creating the profile for void. Let's use splines. As you can see, we cannot create a profile here. That's because we are in a 3D view and the work plane is set to level 1. So we need to change the work plane. Let's click here, set work plane, and we want to hover over the edge of this mullion and hit tab key a couple of times to pick the panel, and we can create our profile. Again, make sure draw on work plane is selected, and let's create a spline from this level. So I have created something like this. Of course, you can select this spline and adjust the curves if you want to. Now let's select lines and just close this profile like so. Make sure all the lines are connected, so when you hover over any of these, the whole profile should highlight. Let's click and let's go here, click this drop down and select void form. There we go. We have created this void, but it is created on the side, so we can use this gizmo and just drag it to this side. Perfect. As I hit escape or deselect this, it should cut this form. Okay, if it did not cut automatically, we can cut it manually using the cut geometry tool. Here we have it. Just click this drop down and select cut geometry. And we'll first select this form and then just hover over here. We should see the void. Just click. There we go. We now have this kind of curve shape here. Let's quickly repeat that on this face as well. And I want to use the same void to cut this corner as well. Okay, first let's hover over here, hit the tab key to select the whole void and make sure it's outside of this curve on both sides. If it's not, you can simply edit profile and just drag this void as well. But currently it's already outside this, so we can use the same void to cut this curved corners. So let's select cut geometry again and then let's pick this corner and then hover over here and select void. There we go. Let's do that here as well. Select this form and then this void. So we got this kind of shape here. Now I will quickly repeat the process on this side as well. Now we can select this and create a void form. There we go. It's automatically cut this face. So we didn't have to manually cut these forms. Now our shape is ready. Let's turn this into frames. So to do that, first we need to click finish mask. Okay, just ignore this warning. Okay, I think we should just isolate the mask so we can see it clearly. Just select this mask and press HI on the keyboard to isolate this mask form. Now to create the frames, I'm going to use curtain wall. So let's go to architecture and here we have curtain system. So the normal curtain wall doesn't work with the mask, so we need to use curtain system. Just click it and then we need to pick these faces. Just hold down the control key to select multiple faces, and once you select this, you can simply click here, create system. There we go. We got the curtain system. Now let's adjust these grids. Just hover over here and hit the tab key a couple of times to select the curtain wall or curtain system. You can see here. Let's click edit and I'm going to duplicate this. Let's call it frame and let's adjust the grid spacing. It should be fixed distance and we want the grid one to be 4 feet maybe, and the grid 2 should be 10 feet, which is the height of each of these levels. And then we need to add the mullions. Let's use this 2.5-inch rectangular and let's click apply. Okay, there we go. Click OK again. I think we should just increase the spacing of this. So I will just tab select the curtain system again. And let's go with 6 feet gap between each of these vertical mullions. and it's looking perfect. Now let's adjust the thickness of this mullion. So I'm going to tab select this and then edit type. As you can see, we don't have the option to create a duplicate of this. So let's just search the name of this in the project browser. It's 2.5 inch by 5 inches. Here we have it, rectangular. Let's right click, duplicate, and I'm going to call it 1 foot by 6 inches. Now once we create the frame, we need to search for that frame again. Here we have it. Let's double click it, and here we can put the thickness 6 inches, and if you remember, we gave it 1 foot width, so I will put 6 inches on both sides. Let's click OK, and now we need to apply this frame to this curtain system. So just select this curtain system, edit type, and we will just select the new mullion type that we just created. Hit apply, OK. Click OK again, there we go. So we got this kind of frames here. Here, if the grid does not match, you can simply hover over here, select this grid, unpin it, just use the arrow key to match it with this side. Okay, let's quickly do that here. I will just hold down the control key and select multiple of these, and then first we need to unpin them, then use the arrow key to just move them down like so. Now here, if you notice, we don't need this one, so we can tab select this grid, unpin it, and then delete. Okay, we cannot actually delete this grid line, so we will use this add or remove segment button here. Just click it, and then we'll just pick this segment, then this, and then this one, and we have removed all of this. Even if you want to delete that, you can just unpin it and delete the mullion. Now let's change the design of these frames. So to do so, you can use the same method that we just used here. So just hover over any of these vertical frames, hit the tab key to highlight the grid line, and then you can simply click here, add or remove segments, and just pick the segments that you want to remove. Like I want to remove this segment, and we want to remove on this floor as well. Let's quickly do that with each of these, so we can create some kind of design here. Okay, here we cannot actually select the grid line, so just hover over any of these mullions and then right click, select mullions on grid line, just unpin them and delete. Let's repeat that here as well. Select all the mullions on the grid line, unpin, delete. Perfect. So I have created this kind of design. But if you remember, we used curtain system to create these frames, which means there is glass also created with these frames. Right now, the glass is not visible because the visual style is set to hidden line. But if I change it to shaded, we should be able to see the glass. But we only want to see the frames, not the glass. So to hide the glass, you just need to select this curtain wall again, edit type, and here in the curtain panel, you need to select empty, hit apply. Okay, if you notice, it still looks like there is a glass here. That's not actually glass panels but mass form, so we need to hide that. Just go to massing inside and turn off mass. There we go, we now have only the frames. Now let's say you want to turn some of these panels into solid ones. You can do that as well. First, let's quickly delete these frames. Just hover over here and we will remove these segments. And then I'm going to select the grid line here. If it's difficult to select the grid line, you can simply make a selection like this, then filter, and you should see the curtain grids here. Click OK, and we will remove this segment, and then this one. Let's repeat the process. Okay, so I have removed all the grid lines. Now let's hover over here and hit the tab key, and this whole void will be highlighted. Just click, and as you can see, we now have a single panel. Let's unpin it and then click this drop down, and here we have these options. If you want it to be glazed, you can choose that as well, but for now let's use this solid one. Now if you notice, the thickness of this panel is not the same as this frame, so we can simply click edit type. Here we have thickness. Let's give it the same thickness as the frames, 6 inches. Click OK. Deselect that. If you feel like the color of this is different, that's because the material is not the same as the frames. So I will quickly apply the aluminum material. Let's click OK. There we go. Let's delete this. And we might need to replace this with the solid one. And if you notice, it actually doesn't match with the frame. That's because I think the offset of this panel is not the same as the frames. So we can simply click edit type and remove the offset. Now let's unhide the building. You just need to click these goggles and select reset temporary hide or isolate elements. There we go. So that's how you can create this kind of cool looking frames facade in Revit. So that's it for this video. I hope you have learned something new. If you found this video helpful, please consider supporting my work on Patreon. You will get access to this complete project file along with over 100 Revit project files, as well as 18 hours of advanced Revit tutorials. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.